seconds out. Round 12.
Bye-bye, Hazel. Bye-bye, Hazel.
Promise to ring me as soon as you get to Paris.
Okay. You won't have got back to Totteridge by then. Listen, why don't you come as well?
It wouldn't be fair to my lover.
Well, you can bring him too.
He's already going. Don't you get hurt in the ring on Thursday?
I tell you what, if he tries to hit me, I'll just lie down.
Good luck.
Okay.
Safe journey. And I'll see you on Friday.
Oi, oi! That's enough of this, mush. You're keeping everybody waiting.
Oh, he's such a romantic. He promised to miss me.
No?
Yes. I'll be in touch.
Saucy.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh, this is the life, isn't it, eh? Rolls Royces, Porters, VIP lounges.
Yeah. It's a bit different from being on a package trip to Mallorca.
Well, that's all you are when you go to Mallorca. Package.
I bet they don't stamp your passport anymore, you know. They just stamp you on the forehead.
That's not a bad joke, that, Dave. Considering it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you're still fast asleep.
Shall we relax, boys? Wait to be called? Oh, lovely. It's like floating on air.
Do you know, I never thought I'd ever be a VIP.
You wait until Friday, Dave. We come back as European champions. Probably give us a free lift up the M4 in a helicopter.
What if I lose?
It's all right. I know the way to the tube station.
So we're not going to lose. I'm not giving up this sort of comfort. I've waited far too long.
Right.
Anything to drink, gentlemen?
Oh, a cup of tea, please.
Yeah, coffee for me, please.
Certainly. A glass of Malvern water, please. No ice.
So.
Do you think I'll be interviewed on French television?
Yeah, only if you speak French, Pete. They're like that, the French.
What, they won't even try and speak English?
No.
Different to our sports commentators, then. At least they try and speak English.
Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Heathrow.
Morning.
May I have your passports, please? Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know some French.
What French do you know?
Je suis tu es, il est.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
You can join the Foreign Legion now, you know.
Could I possibly have a word with you, Mr. Dodds?
Yeah, certainly.
In private? Do excuse us, gentlemen.
Oh.
According to their passports, your two colleagues are Thomas Sprague and David Lockett.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Thank you.
What was all that about?
I don't really know.
Oh, thank you very much. How much is that?
Compliments of the airport, sir.
Isn't it marvellous, eh? When you can afford to pay, you don't have to.
You're not criticising, are you?
I know, but there's something wrong somewhere.
Yes, it is. I wish now I'd asked for a pot of tea and a bacon sandwich.
Personally, I think it's people in here that should pay, right? Ordinary bloke out there gets it free.
Why bring politics into it?
It's not politics, it's a question of justice in an ideal society.
Yeah, well, we haven't got an ideal society.
Exactly, but it's what we should be striving for.
Yeah, I quite agree, Pete. And while we're striving, let's enjoy the threesomes.
May I have a word with you, Mr. Dodds?
In private?
Yes, thank you.
Do excuse us, gentlemen.
I'm very much afraid your two colleagues shouldn't be here.
Why not?
Well, their names are not on my list.
Well, it's all right, put them down on your list.
But they're not VIPs, Mr. Dodds.
Oh, yes, they are. You see, Thomas Sprague manages me, right? And the little person there, he's my trainer. They are VIPs and don't tell me otherwise.
Oh, please, I don't want to be the cause of any unpleasantness.
You've already started.
No.
Yeah, you want them out of here, don't you?
No. I was just going to suggest they might move to a less conspicuous position.
Oh, I see. You'd like them to sit underneath the table?
Sure, they'd be just as comfortable over here in this corner.
Behind Kew Gardens? Listen, they're not escaped prisoners. They don't have to go into hiding, you know.
Oh, very well, Mr.
No,
Dodds.
it's not very well. It's very them and us. And I don't believe in them and us. In my book, we're all us. OK, so if they're not good enough, I'm not good enough. Hey, drink up, we're off.
Why? It's the flight been called.
You're not down on his list, which means you shouldn't be here.
What, he wants us to leave, so we leave?
No way!
Well, there's no need to be bullshit about
Oh,
it.
he's only doing his job.
And if he wants us to leave...
He doesn't want us to leave. I want us to leave.
You?
Yes. I said if they're not good enough, I'm not good enough.
Let me get this right. You say he doesn't want us to leave?
No, he doesn't want you sitting here.
Well, where would he like us to sit?
Over there behind the potted palms.
What's wrong with that?
It's the principle, Mr. Sprague.
Well, I wouldn't mind sitting over there.
Oh, that is typical of the apathy in this country. No wonder we're going nowhere.
Oh, yes, we are. We're going over there.
Yes, we don't mind sitting over
Well,
there.
I do, so come on.
Look, hasn't this got anything to do with us, then?
No, it has not, because you're not down on his list.
Yes, but he said we could stay, Pete.
Well, I'm not having you being patronised by him. Now, come on, let's go. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
we should have known we were too comfortable.
Your passports, gentlemen.
Oh, and remember, leave with dignity.
I do apologise, Mr. Dodds.
God, this is dead stupid, Mr. Sprague. There's no room to sit. There's hardly room to stand.
Well, it shouldn't be for much longer. I mean, they must call our flight soon.
I bet when we even get on the plane, he'll have a row with the steward and we'll finish up in the luggage hold. Hey, look, there's a seat.
Well, go on.
No, after you. Go on. You.
Why the delay, Pete?
I don't know, there's a strike on.
Who caused it?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I was just wondering whether you might have said something to somebody, that's all.
So, what's happening, Pete?
Nothing, Mr. Sprague. Our flight's been cancelled.
Well, we must get to Paris today.
I told you we shouldn't have left it till the last minute.
I didn't want to do any training over there anyway.
Yes, well, you're not going to do anything over there because you're not going to get over there.
There must be a flight in the next 48 hours.
Well, of course there must. I mean, after all, Heathrow is the busiest airport in the world. Busiest and not flying anywhere.
This way, please, Your Grace. I assure you, you'll be in Paris by 2 o'clock.
Did you hear that? He's got them on a flight.
Quick, go and find out how.
No way, I'm not talking to him.
Why not?
No, the way he treated you.
No, he better let it stay. It was you threw it out.
Why waste time fighting old battles when there's so many new battles to look forward to? Go on, sink your pride and ask him.
No, you ask him.
Well, he'd only ignore me.
Exactly. I'm not going to put up with that attitude. Who does he think he is?
Someone who can put us on the plane to Paris. Now, go...
Shall I go and ask him?
No!
I'm not going to end up in a crate labelled wildlife.
But you won't ask him.
I don't want any more nonsense. You'll ask him and that's the end of it.
What are you getting so stroppy about?
Because boxing's our bread and butter. We don't get to Paris, we don't eat.
But, Mr. Sprague, there's a principle involved.
Principles won't fill bellies. Now, here he comes, ask him. Go on, ask him.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mr. Dodds, what can I do for you?
I must get to Paris.
Excuse me, Pete, can I have your autograph?
Indeed you must. I'll arrange for a car to take you and your colleagues to Gatwick. Air traffic control isn't on strike there. If you'll just follow me. And good luck on Thursday.
You see, it worked. I mean, if I hadn't made a stand, you two wouldn't have been included. No, don't mention it, Pete. Thank you, Pete. Thank you very much.
Gloves! What's all this then? I spy with my little eye.
No, my gloves, they're back at Heathrow. We'll have to go back and get them. They'll send the luggage on, Pete.
Say they don't. I mean, say they do and they lose it. Yeah, well, that's all right. The main thing is for us to get to Paris.
What's the point if I haven't got my gloves? And they're my lucky gloves as well. I mean, I won't stand a chance without them. We'll have to go back, Mr. Sprague.
Why aren't you at Gatwick, Mr. Dodds?
You forgot our luggage.
It was sent on separately.
It's already en route to Gatwick?
It's already there. Checked. Excuse me.
Well, it wouldn't have happened if he'd carried the gloves inside the hand luggage.
Gloves are not hand luggage.
Look, I'm sorry, Dave, but in future, you must never let those gloves out of your sight.
Look, what do you want me to do? Wear them round my neck?
If I'm allowed to do the tying.
Where are you going?
Gatwick, you coming?
Yeah, how are we getting to Gatwick?
By car.
We didn't tell the driver to wait.
Here you are.
You see, excuse me,
Yes, Mr. Dodd.
I was worried about my gloves.
Yes.
I mean, it's a silly superstition, you know. I mean, it's the way I'm made. I mean, without them I would have lost, you know. I mean, I can't help it, but what about it?
What about what, Mr. Dodds?
A car to Gatwick.
Only if you promise to stay there this time.
Promise.
I still maintain gloves are hand luggage.
Yes, well, I'm not going to be weighed down at airports.
Weighed down. Dave, we're talking about ounces.
Yeah, but what about all the other gear? I mean, sooner or later you're going to say that that's hand luggage as well. Yeah, well, I've got news for you, Sonny Jim. I'm not an elephant.
No, you're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't have forgotten about the luggage.
Heathcliff. I want to point the finger of blame for our predicament. Point it at the strikers.
They've got every right to strike, Mr. Sprague.
What do you mean? They've got every right to strike. I'm not allowed to strike.
Oh, I see. So you're not, nobody else is. Is that it, Dave?
That's it.
Very democratic.
It wasn't a wasted journey to Gatwick. We picked up the luggage, didn't we?
Except we're not in Paris, are we? Which we would have been if we hadn't gone back to Heathrow.
Look, it's not my fault Gatwick decided to call an air traffic control strike.
Yes, it is. Because you agree with strikes.
Thanks to you, Pete, we've got ourselves in a rut.
What rot?
We're going to be commuting between Gatwick and Heathrow forever.
You heard what he said. Air traffic control at Heathrow is back to normal. We'll soon be airborne. What more do you want? Why the flap, eh? God, I wouldn't like to be with you two in a real crisis. God, you panic, the pair of you.
As a matter of interest, do you three always carry on like this?
No, sometimes we disagree.
Mr. Dodd, I do apologise, Mr. Dodd, for sending you to Gatwick. A flight left from here to Paris half an hour ago. You could have been on it.
So, we'll be on the next.
Yes, but I'm not quite sure when that will be.
But you just said air traffic control is back at work.
Another department has since gone on strike.
I think I ought to phone Paris, postpone the flight.
No, you will not. I'm right at my peak at the moment.
But if we're not going to get there...
It's all right, I'll have a word with someone. There's bound to be one or two of my fans around somewhere.
Except it'll be your fans will be on strike. I mean, 2 minutes in their company, be on a picket line holding a banner.
Like Sister Anna.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
And why? Because he's easily led.
No, because I'm on the side of the underdog. Okay, I always have been.
We're the underdogs because they won't let us fly to Paris.
Look. We're drawing attention to ourselves. Let's go behind the potted palms.
Listen, how can we be the underdogs anyway? We're in a privileged position,
Oh,
you know.
it's very privileged. Privileged never to move from here. And now we're in quarantine.
There must be some way of getting to Paris.
Military aircraft? I mean, there must be flights out of Norfolk.
Yeah, but we're not military personnel, Mr. Sprague.
Well, I was in the RAF.
Oh, that's the answer then.
Well, not really. I didn't quite make Air Vice Marshal.
What group captain were you?
Well, you're getting warmer. Corporal.
Hey, why are we sitting behind the palm trees?
Dave and I are here on sufferance, Pete.
Mr. Sprague, you've got every right to be here.
You have, we haven't.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't like it.
Well, you just have to lump it because we do.
Boys, please. Let's just concentrate on how we get to Paris.
Hot air balloon, Mr. Sprague?
Great, we just puff you up. Climb aboard you.
Light aircraft. That's the answer. We'll hire a light aircraft.
How light, Mr. Sprague?
Well, that depends on the cost, doesn't it?
I knew it. We're going to end up on top of a sop with camel.
I shall personally tell your chauffeur to await further instructions, my lord. Thank you.
Could you spare us a moment, please?
Do excuse me.
Any chance of hiring a light aircraft, sir?
I rather think you've left it too late for a flight leaving today. Supply and demand being what it is.
Is it? But you wouldn't mind making inquiries, sir? Thank you, sir. Look, would you be needing our passports, sir?
No, that won't be necessary.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We're very grateful to you, sir.
I really am most awfully busy.
Why the 3 bags full, sir?
It's going to work wonders, Pete.
Oh, come on. He's now under the impression he's superior to you.
Well, he was always under that impression.
You wouldn't get me doing that.
So what did it cost me?
Your self-respect.
Pete, look at it from his point of view. All his working days taking up, touching his forelock to people. Now suddenly I've done it to him. I've given him back his pride. For that, he will move heaven and earth to get us a light aircraft.
As I thought, you've left it too late.
It couldn't have made inquiries in that short a time.
Oi! Come here! Come here! If you're going to treat someone like God, they'll behave like God. I know how to handle this sort. Watch this.
I do happen to be very busy, Mr. Dodds.
Why did you lie to us?
I beg your pardon?
You didn't make any inquiries, did you?
Yes, I did.
No, you couldn't, because you didn't have the time.
My colleague already had the computerized information. There is but one light aircraft available today with seats for 3 passengers.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, Mr. Dodds. If you and your companions don't mind flying to Aberdeen. What's more, Mr. Dodds, I take very great exception to being called a liar. I've bent over backwards to allow your trainer and your manager to remain in this lounge, and this is how you thank me. Well, thrown down the gauntlet, Mr. Dodds, and I'm very much afraid I'm going to pick it up.
Oh, you certainly know how to handle his sort.
You should have refused to budge.
He had every right to ask us to leave.
I'm sorry, it's to do with snobbery. If we'd have been in something other than boxing, he'd let us stay.
He was prepared to let you stay, he said so.
No, it wasn't he being patronising about it?
You think people are slighting you when that hasn't been their intention?
Yes, you have to be a martyr. If you don't feel hard done by, you're dead miserable.
That's not true. Listen, when the 3 of us are together and things are normal, everything's okay. But as soon as there's a crisis, blown fuses everywhere.
No, Pete.
Yes, Mr. Sprague.
Look, how many times do we have a crisis?
What, when we're together?
Yes.
On average, about every 15 minutes.
Right, well then crises are normal to us.
I mean, I wouldn't call being asked to leave a crisis.
What do you call a crisis?
Well, if I was to lose my voice.
A crisis for you, Dave, a blessed relief to us.
There you are, Mr. Dodds. I do so regret my outburst. Put it down to the difficulties of trying to keep VIPs happy in the present circumstances. It's quite impossible.
Be gracious, Pete.
All right, but just don't take it out on the likes of us, okay?
And you won't mention it to the sporting press?
No.
Oh, thank you. I shouldn't like the airport to receive any unfavourable publicity.
Well, it's not used to it, is it?
Now, if you just follow me...
Why? Where are we going?
On board the flight to Paris. Things are back to normal. Oh. No. I'll take care of your luggage. Porter!
No.
Yes, that's a flight to Paris, Mr. Dodds.
But that's where we're going, Paris.
I do know.
Well, why aren't we on it?
Because I put you on the first flight out of Heathrow.
But we're still at Heathrow.
Yes, only because of a localised dispute. Otherwise, you'd be airborne.
Please, why aren't we on the plane that's just left?
Because it wasn't the first flight out, Mr. Dodds.
But it was.
I know, but it shouldn't have been. I do understand how annoyed you must be, and in the circumstances, I think it's only fair that I should consider your 2 colleagues to be VIPs. It's the least I can do.
Personally, I don't see much point in being a VIP.
You get preferential treatment, sir.
Really? Like having to shout to get off a plane that's never going to leave?
Tell me, when is the next flight to Paris?
Well, that rather depends on whether the dispute escalates, sir. I'm sorry it won't.
In other words, we could be here all night.
Oh, no. I shall personally book you into a first-class hotel. You excuse me. Waiter.
Yes, Jim. A large brandy.
I'll have a pint of bitter, a whiskey chaser, and some assorted crisps. I'll have cheese and onion.
All right, Dave, all right.
I'll have a bottle of Malvern water. With ice.
Service.
Do you still believe in strikes?
Yes, I do.
Then you're a fool.
You tell me, Dave, a group of people that haven't been on strike recently, except for old age pensioners. Go on.
Judges.
I said except for old age pensioners.
I've never believed in strikes, and this one is no exception.
Well, which one? I mean, here we've got such a wonderful choice.
If you want to get a job here, you'll be very happy.
Look, all it comes down to is a little aggro, little frustration, nothing more. You think what it was like for Henry V to get to France?
Yeah, I bet he got there and back quicker than when we will. And that includes fighting a war.
You're dead right there, Mr. Sprague.
What do you know about Henry V?
I saw the film.
Gentlemen, the news is good.
Oh, great. You've got us on a flight to Paris?
No, Frankfurt.
We want to go to Paris.
Yes, so you shall, Mr. Dodds, via Frankfurt.
Oh, British Airways?
Lufthansa.
Oh, why not British Airways?
Talks are continuing.
Really? Sorry, not interested. Goodbye.
What am I supposed to do if people refuse to fly? Won't have my bloody job.
What is wrong with flying Lufthansa, Pete?
Look, I'm not going to be called a blackleg. He'd never let me live it down.
Yeah, but Lufthansa's not on strike.
But our lads are, and they need moral support.
Well, these lads, are they thinking of you?
I'm sure they'd be the first to commiserate.
What's that?
Sympathise.
Oh, yeah. I can just see his comrades now. 3 cheers for Brother Pete. Pity he couldn't fight in Paris and lose for another game of darts.
Dave, we've got 2 days to get to Paris. OK, you will panic, so...
I'll never understand you, Pete. I mean, you get all stroppy when you feel you're being slighted, but so stoked when it comes to something really important, like getting to Paris.
Look, you will never understand me, Mr. Sprake, because you and I have got different principles.
Yeah. And your principles are like the fellas here. They don't work.
Are you or are you not a VIP at this moment?
Oh, what good is that? You're drinking free beer, Dave. Eating free crisps. You must think you're in heaven.
You've not got time to ring Hazel.
I'd imagine you've got time to phone everyone in the Greater London area.
I better ring. I don't want to get too worried. I said I'd ring when I got to Paris.
Yeah, wait till then she'll be a grandmother.
He's taking this very well, you know. Could so easily have upset him.
You should postpone the fight, Mr. Sprake.
Well, no point if it's not affecting him.
No.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
May I have your names, please?
Thomas Sprake.
David Lockett.
Yes, just as I thought. You're not on the list.
What list?
The list of VIPs.
Oh, we're on the other gentleman's list.
There's only one list.
Yeah, but he turned us into VIPs.
Yes, you ask him.
He's gone to the sick bay to lie down.
I mean, he even said he'd book us into a first-class hotel.
I like your nerve, so I tell you what. Get up and walk quietly out, and I shan't say anything.
Yeah, but what we're saying is true.
Please. I've had too much experience with gate crashes. People who've actually looked like VIPs. You haven't even got that in your favour, so come along. Sir Daisy, or do you want me to call the airport police?
Well, aren't they on strike?
Certainly not.
No, they wouldn't be, would they? God.
Oh. Mr. Sprake, what? What about Pete's case?
Oh, well, bring everything. I mean, he's bound to join us when he hears what's happened.
The phone's come out in sympathy. It's not working either.
May I have your name, sir, please?
Huh? Peter Dodds.
Ah, yes. Oh, my goodness me, your flight's been called, sir.
Oh, great. The strike's over, is it?
Everything has been resolved, sir. Follow me, please.
Yeah, sure. My friends, are they already aboard?
Oh, I would imagine so, sir.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, they've taken the luggage.
So, all your worries are over, sir.
Yeah, I know. We'll take more care of you, eh?
Pardon?
Fly the flag.
Sorry?
This is the age of the train.
Come on. No, I'm still worried about this lad, Mr. Sprake. I mean, where is he?
He'll be already on the plane, won't he? He's a VIP. Where is he? What's he playing at?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps we should carry on. He might arrive at the last moment.
And if he doesn't, it'll mean I'll have to come back from Paris for him. You shouldn't have let him out of your sight.
Well, I didn't have much option, did I?
Wir werden in einer Höhe von 13.000 Metern fliegen und wir werden etwas gegen 7 Uhr landen. Das Wetter ist warm und trocken. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. You will enjoy your flight to Frankfurt.
Twit! I'm not to blame. And neither are the strikers. I tell you this. I don't want to be a VIP ever again. Okay? You just never know what's going on.
Why didn't you leave the plane when you realised we weren't aboard?
At 30,000 feet. Did you get to Paris at all?
No. But our luggage did. It's waiting for us.
We hope. Just as we hope you'll be on the next plane to Paris with us. Or have you decided to try Oslo this time?
Were they nice to you in Frankfurt, Pete?
Oh, yes, they were very nice.
Looked after you properly, did they?
Oh, yeah. Couldn't have been more proper. They gave me a nice little cell until it was time for my deportation.
Deportation?
So, you want the fight postponed?
No. But I would like my passport, Mr. Sprague, please. Thank you.
Wanna be the champ. There's a golden boy inside you, not a punched out tramp.
If you listen and you learn, there's an honor you can earn and defend here. When you do see the crown, you're a king, not a clown, a defender. But you might as well quit if you haven't got it. Put him in the ring, Joe, substitute a punch. Let me have a swing, Joe, then we'll go to lunch.
We'll make it quite swift.
Then he'll get the drift. Put him in the ring, Joe, chicken a la carte. Let me have a wing, Joe, tearing him apart. That chicken will crow. Let